spirit is gone out of a man, he, which is the spirit, walk through dry places. So can spirits walk? Well, based on what I'm reading here, yes. Can they be cast out? Yes. Of people, yes, they can. So it said this spirit goes into dry places seeking rest. So if it's seeking rest, can we assume that spirit can become tired? Yes. You only seek rest if you're tired. Then maybe, I don't know, maybe my brain ain't on right. So he's seeking rest and he finds none. Verse 44 is going to show us a very, very... Then goeth he, which is the spirit. Sorry, no, verse 44. Then he said, who's he? The spirit. I will return into my house from whence I came. Now this is interesting because based on what I'm reading, the spirit has the ability to reason, but this thing is living in you. This thing could think, this thing could talk and scream and yell and make you do foolish stuff and start dancing and walking the street naked. And you telling me is an invisible being residing in me, possession, doing this? According to the rules I'm giving you. I didn't write this Bible. This is what it could do. It says, when the unclean spirit, verse 44, then he said, I will return into my house. So the spirit says, I will return to the place that I once possessed. So you see here, and this is a very, very interesting point. Whenever a spirit takes up residence, particularly an evil spirit, residence in a temple or the body of a human being and begin to coexist with their spirit, that spirit now deems or label that human as their possession or that's their home. And this is why you see in most expelling of evil spirits, and depending on the rank of that spirit, they become very violent and vile. You see the person using a lot of obscenity, and they pull every straw out of the bag to maintain their territory. In some cases, you have certain so-called deliverance minister there, and once the spirit hasn't frustrated them enough to leave them alone, then a file will be pulled on them. So if that deliverance minister have not repented for whatever sins they have committed prior to coming to this deliverance session, let's say they cheated on their wife, fornicated or whatever, so the spirit is now going to bring that all to pass, because the familiar spirit that is attached to that minister that he or she is not aware of, they're now going to work in harmony with the demon-possessed person, meaning the spirit in them. And I mentioned you this before, and I've seen situations like this where the spirit will tell the deliverance minister, you need to stop sleeping on your wife. You need to stop beating your wife. You need to stop having sex with young people or whatever. At this point, this minister is so shocked that they may even try to end the deliverance session, because this is what happens. In some cases, that evil spirit will even jump into that so-called minister. You may say, well, Kevin, how could this happen? Very simple. The curse causeless cannot come. So if it's coming upon you and these evil forces, then there's something in your life, clearly unrepented sin, that is giving them the legal right to do it. Remember the sons of Sceva? They get whipped and beaten, their clothes yuck off from evil spirits, invisible entities. So don't tell me these things don't exist. Well, then you should just throw away the Bible if you don't believe it. You can't believe just portions of the Bible and then run with the rest. No.